there and helpful.
Is he ugly?
Yeah, he's got a big schnoz. Yeah.
Why are they always the ugly
I
ones?
know.
Stop banging on the table.
No, but he's like, I can't trust you because you want to marry somebody you just met. I don't trust your judgment.
I mean,
does it happen like that though? I mean, for some people, they meet and that's it, right?
I always see. Here's the thing: I like to think of myself as an optimist.
80 years go by.
I meet people, and my first thoughts are not my first thoughts, but I do go pretty quickly into like, this person's awesome. Like I can see the potential. Not always do I think this is the person I want to be with, but the first things that I always see are the good things and the potential. Yeah. And, then I do have this point in relationships. It happens time and time again at 6 months.
Oh,
whatever it is, that's the magic number in which I think for me, it's that point in which I'm like, all right, this is either going to be a real thing or it's going to have to stop.
They get the first review.
So
big reviews at 6 months.
I always screw everything up at 6 months. And I think it's just like, I've even had a relationship one time where I told the guy.
Are we self-sabotaging?
Yes. That's the thing. I'm relationship sabotaging.
I mean, not good, but.
That's exactly what it is. I'm like, all right, I'm either going to get my heart broken or I'm going to break his heart. It's going to be one or the other. So I'm just going to make the first move. And then I break up. And it's like, I'll find something stupid to fight about and whatever. It happens every single time.
So what about the bounce after that? Do you bounce back? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes
have a couple
now.
Of times.
Yeah.
Those were the ones that I married and it didn't work out. So
I have no idea what that means.
I think that when I was single for a really long time and dating a lot of people, I it was just like trying on different people. And then I was starting to realize that everybody just has some stuff and it depends on what stuff you want to deal with.
It's true. It's very true. A girlfriend of mine told me the same thing. She was like, you know what? You can get rid of this guy and you're just going to trade him in for somebody who's got just different shit. Like it's not going to be any easier or harder. It's just going to be different.
It's going to be different. So what stuff do you, and it's our stuff too. Like what stuff do we want to put up with somebody else and deal with and love through to the other side? And which are we like, next?
Oh my God.
Next.
From the male perspective, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I love that.
Are you being sarcastic?
No.
Are you married?
What are you talking about?
Totally married.
What
Nothing.
do you mean you can't talk about?
I'm so far removed from relationships anywely.
You're in one.
Well, I know. I mean, like,
she is not listening. Right?
New relationships.
Yeah,
it's been like.
Well, what did you do at 6 months?
Eternity.
Do you remember 6 months in your relationship with your wife?
I think we moved in.
It's 6 months?
Yeah, something like that. Might have been a little less.
Well, those are the times. Actually, I shouldn't say sound so.
No, I mean,
I shouldn't sound surprised because right about then is when I break up because I'm like, I'm not sure I'm ready.
Or get married.
Or get married. So
let's see, 6 months.
It was so long ago. God.
When I was first dating Michael, my now fiance, in 6 months, we had a long-term relationship for the first year and a half of our relationship.
Oh my God.
Which was really interesting because we spoke on the phone all the time. Well, not all the time. I had friends and I did other stuff. But we would make dinner. I was in Hawaii and we would make dinner around the same time and FaceTime, and he'd be cooking here in Marin and I would be in Hawaii.
Where in Hawaii?
In Oahu.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No idea.
Honolulu.
Yeah.
I do think that's the
Honolulu
great thing about
is so
technology.
weird. I got married in Hawaii though.
You did?
Speaking of long times ago.
In Honolulu?
No, I got married in Kauai.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Poipu.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it was great.
I was going to say, Oahu you don't want to get married in Hawaii.
No, so we went to Oahu for a day.
Cheesy.
And
I've never
weird,
been to
man.
any of the islands, so I don't
know.
Oh,
really? It's like gun stores and Japanese porn. And yeah, it's awesome.
Japanese porn.
It's
that
crazy.
Part of Kauai is,
yeah.
Really cool.
Waikiki right there. No, not Kauai. Kauai's like Kenwood and Glen Ellen and Sonoma.
Oh, are you talking about Waikiki?
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah, you can find. Yeah, Waikiki
crazy.
is crazy. It's crazy.
It was
Waikiki.
crazy.
Yeah. I liked Hawaii, but I liked being having a long distance relationship because we really got to know each other through talking, which was
as opposed to me who just goes straight to third base. And
me too.
Third base, steal third.
That might be
we had to find stuff to talk about.
Oh wow! Or FaceTime.
Or FaceTime. FaceTime is pretty interesting now. I mean, that does change relationships.
Oh, the dynamics even with your kids, man.
I don't even like to talk on the phone now. I only want to do video calls with people. I do love to be face to face with.
Speaking of phones, who is that?
I don't know. I'm vibrating over here.
Oh.
Speaking of 6 months into a relationship.
Yeah.
I have to say this because not that I want to beat a dead horse, but it did have one relationship. It was long distance as well. And I even told him at the beginning of the relationship, I said, I'm just going to warn you that like right about 6 months, I get squirrely. Like I'll probably try to push you away. And if you really want this to work, you're going to have to fight. And I don't mean that in a way like very egotistical. I just mean that's my MO. Like I'll do shit to piss you off and break up with you. And it came about in 6 months. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do it anymore. And he was ready to move. He lived in the UK. He was ready to move to San Francisco for me. And
that's heavy
I was like, I'm out. And he was like, you told me this was going to happen. I'm not letting you go. I'm not letting you go. And
you're like, no, really?
I did. I said, I can't.
You kind of set yourself up pretty good on that.
Ghosted him like an asshole. I was a jerk. I was a total jerk. And he was amazing. He was a really, really nice human. Like he did nothing wrong for me to try to break up with him. I just freaked out.
Boo for the good human.
He go?
I know. He ended up, not long after he moved to Australia and he met a wonderful Australian woman and married her. I don't know if they're still married. We lost touch.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You and the accents.
Yeah.
I know.
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
I know. It's kind of weird.
Is that why you have South African man?
Yeah, because
man
remember
Siri.
last week we talked about how I
it.
did have an Australian accent and then I switched it to a South African accent.
Man Siri.
On
her phone.
Man. He's pretty hot.
Oh, on Siri?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can change your Siri.
I
You can, change you can change the language too. So I did this recently.
Oh, that'd be cool. I learned French. Or something.
I changed my Siri
oh my God, I have the best story about that.
Spanish just recently because I got a new car and it's all integrated with the Apple CarPlay. So nice. I can be like in Spanish. I can say, "Hey Siri, call so and so," and it listens. The problem is if I try to speak with anybody in English, like if I try to do a text,
can you go back and forth?
No, you can't. That's the problem. So if it's set,
no Spanglish.
If it's set to Spanish and I try to speak in English, it tries to translate it into Spanish and it never works.
A coworker did that once to me. We had company cars and they went in and changed everything to Spanish and to metric.
Oh, jeez.
And I didn't know how to get in and change it. It was wild, man.
Metric.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing 130.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Kilometers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So I would like to
kilometers.
Wait, how do we say it here?
I don't know.
We say kilometers.
I remember learning in elementary school, they told us,
come on, teacher,
you have to learn this because the world is
everything's going to be metric. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it makes so much sense. Based on 10? Okay, got it.
Oh, I know. I like the logic.
Never happened.
But it still should happen. Like,
but some stuff makes sense. Like the Common Core stuff, I don't know. Our kids are in Petaluma. Love it.
I do too.
Cool.
I mean, it's all multi-dimensional learning. It's not like if you're going to learn math, you might as well learn some other kind of coping skills, as you do it. No, but it's based on like some real stuff that actually is like some science or something. Yeah.
I mean, cool. I am the type of person who always asks the question why. Like I want to know. I remember I was getting an accounting degree and you
were?
Oh, I know. Yeah. I mean, I have it.
Yeah.
I'm an accountant. Can you believe that?
No.
You don't know the history. She's super accountant for years.
Crazy. Yeah. But so I was a bean counter for so many years. And I remember certain moments in that process in which you realized that
stodgy bean
I was
counter?
Never stodgy.
She was like the hot accountant.
I was. Actually, there was a period of time in which I had to wear like pleated Dockers and button up like logo shirts to work. It was ugly. But I rocked it. I totally rocked it. Right. But there's a portion of that learning that you just have to believe. Like it is what it is. Like it's not, don't ask why. This is what it is. Like debits and credits, for example. It's this way. Like don't just get on board with it. And I remember being
super exciting
that like I have to know why. Like I want to understand the reason behind everything so that I can,
Oh, that's totally what they do now.
That's what I love with the Common Core.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. My cousin, my niece and nephew both go to Common Core school in Colorado, and my sister loves it.
I don't know. Some people rail against it, but I think they don't like change.
People are going to rail against any kind of schooling.
I know, right? Right.
From the one who knows.
Just go with what works for your family. The one child is going to thrive in one school. Other families their children are going to thrive in another school.
Well, and how much weight can you put on the parents' confidence in the school, regardless of what they're teaching, right?
If the parents have confidence in the school, the children are more likely to thrive because they're hearing at the
what a great school it is.
Oh my God, stupid school. Well, what is that going to say to the kids?
Here's a question for you, as speaking to an educator. What are your thoughts, and like, be honest here, about this conflict that so many families have who have multiple children, and like, well, this school's a good fit for this kid, but this school's a good fit for that one, and they're driving all over.
Wait, what?
This is a thing. Like, they're going to multiple schools because this one's a better fit for this kid, and this one's a better fit, and the parents are going crazy because there's different schools, different sports programs, different
bell times,
different
all
that.
Ooh,
it's like
that's hard.
That's a thing, and it feels weird to me.
It feels hard to me too, but it depends on the needs of the child. If you have a child with some really big needs, then maybe another school does meet that child better. But if it's just because, well, little Johnny, he really likes art, and this school has a little more art, like for 10 more minutes of the day, like, okay, he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And what kind of quality of life do you want? But if somebody has some real needs and a school offers something,
for sure,
then definitely. But if it's because of these little nuanced things,
maybe
they have
like
chess, and that school doesn't have chess.
I went to like 3 different elementary schools, 2 junior highs, a few high schools. Yeah. I'm an authority.
That sounds like my daughter.
Not me,
man. I lived in the desert. There was one school to go to, like one school, and it was like
the school of snake,
and on that
the desert
snake school. I'm not joking.
Snake school.
Like
this is for
Joshua
real.
Tree or
no,
like
in Phoenix and Mesa,
wow.
like out in East Mesa, so like
where
at the foothills of the
trying to
Superstition
like
Mountains.
sting you or poke you or bite you.
I remember, like,
I know, right?
That's the way I think.
We literally walked through the desert, like
prickly desert,
through the cactus. Kicking a rock the whole way to the school. There was, I'm not joking.
I believe you.
And my mother, this is even better. I had to walk to school by myself when I was in kindergarten, like through the desert.
I'll tell you what, I was down there once for a sandstorm. Those things are no joke.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one of those?
No, but I've
it's
seen
crazy.
The wash, like a flash flood through.
No, I mean, it's
like,
we used to go tubing down the
from?
street when that happened.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we would. Like,
no, the sand
fun.
thing. I was down in where was I? I was in Scottsdale, and the horizon just started getting dark, like at 1:00, and it's not rain or anything. It's literally just
brown
sand.
dark, though.
Yeah, it's just the air fills with sand.
Ouch!
It's a sandstorm.
Everything hurts.
No, it's like getting sandblasted. It's crazy.
It's like not sand though; it's dirt, so it hurts more.
Well, it's just
it's
get
like,
inside.
You know what I mean, it's not fine sand. It's like it
was weird.
It's not like
and it covers everything.
This is what was interesting to me. So the reason
why
these like flash floods happen is because so many of the roads, like you can't really see it, but basically roads have a little bit of a curve, right? So that like
it's called a crown.
A crown. Okay. So that the water
for the
kind
road
of
people.
filters off to the
road
side.
people, if you're listening.
Our roads did not have that. So what would happen is in the quote monsoon season, which it's not like
wait a minute. Whoa, back it up.
August.
I used to be a truck driver. No crown in the road.
Well, that's why they would flood so fast. In addition to the fact that the water came, but it wouldn't like go off to the side, right? So it just
sit on the top.
So we would have like I'm not joking.
Tube time.
Tubing. Or one time we had one that happened in the afternoon. My older brother was at the school playing basketball, and he had ridden his bike there. And it happens so fast. Like 4 PM, it'll start raining, and within like 30 minutes, the roads are flooded, and it's rushing down the road. And he had been at the school, so he sat. He put his bike on its side. He sat. He held the tire, and the water just flowed him down the road to where our house was. You can't drive through the streets because the water would pool all into the middle of the intersection. So basically, everything just stops. And a couple of hours later, it's fine. Like, there's no problem.
Okay.
Like you can drive again, you can walk down the street again, but you couldn't walk across the street because the water was rushing so fast.
It's like a river, right?
It would pull your feet right out from underneath you. It was so crazy. And it would happen
It's crazy.
like all the time, every day, 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm not joking. You could set your clock by it.